Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today I'm really excited because it's time to do the unboxing where I show you all the comics that I just got in from my Kickstarter quest number 4. Making comics is a dream come true for me. It's also a lot of work, and so it takes a long time. So it's been over a year since I wrote the script for this and the artist started working on it. So to finally have it done in hand, in existence, physical copies is really exciting for me. I'm in the process of packing up the very last packages. A lot of them went out earlier. We had sort of a staggered schedule where I got several of the different versions from the printers in earlier, and then I was waiting on a couple. So most of the people, if you backed quest number 4, most of you already got your rewards, but for those who are still waiting for the RPG edition and whatever, I'm packing those up and sending them out. By the time this video goes out, you may have already received them. But it's finally time to show them all now that I have all the versions, so I'm really excited for this. Again, it's not a true unboxing because what I've found is that it takes me like 20 minutes to open the boxes and it's super boring. So I'm just going to show you what I've got here. And here is the regular edition of quest number 4. Really happy with it. It looks better printed actually than it does digitally, and it looked cool digitally, but it actually, like, once I got it in the hand, I was like, yeah, this is, I'm very pleased with it. Normally I like to have a really big logo, but because of the design of the cover, I decided to have the little logo, and I think it works really well for issue 4. So really excited to get this. Lisa Wynn is the artist for the cover and the interior. I always try and have the cover artist do the interiors as well for the regular edition. I may play with that in the future, only because I'm mostly selling through Kickstarter, so people can choose which cover they want, and there's not that same sort of thing that you would get off the newsstand. But for now, I've been doing it that way, and really excited for that. Also, we have some of the variant covers. So every issue I do the throwback Bronze Age classic throwback variant. You know, a big Bronze Age fan. Bronze Age fantasy comics is one of my big touchstones. So here's this cover. This is by Eiler Azuzano. He did another cover for me, which will be the throwback variant for issue 5. So I'm really excited for this. People really responded to this cover a lot. You know, I love my yellow covers. I love the semi-frame covers. A lot of the throwbacks I've been doing have been Marvel frame cover style from the 20-cent era. This, of course, is the semi-frame, the 2 months after they finished the frame, where they were doing just the top banner like this, which, again, I love. So I was really happy with how this came out, and, of course, I had to do the yellow, so really excited for that. I also do every issue. I do a cover that is designed to look like the Endless Quest books from TSR that came out in the 80s, which was sort of like the Dungeons and Dragons version of Choose Your Own Adventure. And here it is this time. And normally I'll take the art from the regular edition and use it, but in this case, Erwin J. Arosa was a great artist who's done covers for me before. He sent me 2 versions of his cover for issue 4, one with the blue hue and one with the red, and I wanted to use both of them, so I went with the red one here. And again, we just have all the trade dress to make it look like the old Endless Quest books, which I love. So I love doing that, and it's really fun for the fans and for me. But for the fans, like a lot of fans I've noticed that are backing me every issue on Kickstarter, they'll get the same versions. So you'll get a set where someone is buying the series, but they're just getting this version every issue. They're just getting the throwback version, or the RPG edition here, which of course are designed to look like the D&D modules. And with this version, it's not just the variant cover. As I've talked about before, there's an 8 or 9 page supplement with a mini module and like monster manual entries and class rules for my world. So you can actually play through the comic in your own home game. In this case, the story is a little bit different. Some of the previous issues, it's more of a they take a little bit of a breather. They get to like a border town, and we have new characters being introduced that they meet there. It's a classic. We meet some people in a tavern. If you play D&D, that's how so many of those games start. you're in a tavern, you meet some people, and a quest starts, right? So did that. So as a result, like the cover is an homage to a supplement that D&D put out in 1984 called the Shady Dragon Inn, which was a thing with all NPCs, right? And so instead of monster manual entries, since this is the module here is a town adventure, instead of monster manual entries, there's 8 NPCs that you can use here. Either, and it doesn't have to be in this game either. You can use them in any of your games. So hopefully people enjoy that. I love doing these, and this is kind of the most popular version of this that I do. Did a lot of variant covers this time around. I always do. Well, let me start with this one instead. So everything from last year was going to have one of these. It's the 5th anniversary, Crimebuster Comics 5th anniversary variant. Obviously, it's done to look like the Marvel 25th anniversary covers, anniversary covers from 1986. Now, it's taken me longer than I had hoped to actually get the issues out, so we're now into the 6th year of me doing comics, but I'm still putting out these 5th anniversary covers, and there'll be a couple more coming out this year. I have a campaign, the link down below, for Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam number 1 and 2. That campaign is to fund the new 5th anniversary variant covers for both of those, and Crimebuster 7 and Quest 5, which will both be out later this year, also have anniversary covers coming as well. And I'm not getting way ahead of myself, but I'm hoping to do Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam number 3 later this year, and that's going to have an anniversary cover. So all told, I think there's going to be 9 anniversary covers by the time we're done. And it's really cool to get them all in a set. So I've got 4 or 5 of them done now, and once you see them all, once I have them all in hand at the end of the year, I might do a video where I just show you the anniversary cover set, because I think it's really fun. And Samir Samau is artist who did almost all of them. Not quite all of them, but most of them. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, here is Erwin J. Rosa's variant cover. This is the blue version. And I always do, I have a different artist that I spotlight, an artist whose art, I really dig. I spotlight every issue with a Virgin variant, limited to 50 copies. And so this time it was Erwin. He also did a variant cover for me for issue 1. In issue 1, it was all of the characters that, the main characters from the series. Here we have a bunch of the new characters that we're meeting for the first time in issue 4 who are going to be important going forward. So Erwin's art's really great, and he really knocked it out of the park here. And finally, we always do a super limited edition metal cover. Now you can't really see it. It's double bagged here as well, so you're getting some of the glare off of the bags, but honestly, the metal covers, you really have to have them in hand to see how awesome they are. And the colors on this just look gorgeous. And so this is one where we only make 25 of these. They're expensive because they're quite expensive to make, but they're really neat collectibles for people that are into that. So those are all the covers for quest number 4. And I'm just really excited to have these. And it also means that I'll be getting ready to launch issue 5, because we're mostly done with the issue. It's kind of ready to go in terms of launching. So hopefully by the time this video airs, we'll have a pre-launch link down below. I'm not 100% sure, because sometimes it takes a while for Kickstarter to approve the campaigns. But take a look down below. Maybe you'll see a pre-launch page for quest number 5. And I can't wait to launch that and get the next chapter of this out. So thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.